After the job interview, your job is really just beginning. This is when you actually try to close the deal and make sure that you stand out from the other people that applied for the job. I suggest that evening you immediately follow up with a piece of electronic communication. You're going to want to send a short note to each of the people that you met with. Don't send a mass note to every single person. Rather, send an individual message to each person that you met with on the team. Thank them for the meeting and express your interest in the position. If there's something that you remember about them or your conversation, reference this. This is one of the reasons why I suggested bringing note-taking materials to the job interview so you can jot down a few things. Make sure you follow up with a personalized response. The message you send to each person needs to be unique. Don't copy and paste here. Don't just simply take a generic message and put a single sentence introducing it. A short, meaningful note that thanks each person and is written personally is going to help you stand out in a very crowded field. While the electronic follow-up is important, if you really want to stand out, send a written note. I get so many emails and I often miss them, but I get very little mail. A handwritten note that you drop in the mail the next morning shows that you really wanted to thank the people for taking time and meeting with you. By expressing that you are interested in the position and you appreciate them really giving you this opportunity, it's going to help you stand out. In the note, you can express your interest in the position and let them know that you desire to continue the application process. Feel free to thank them and ask what you need to do next. By taking the time to really follow up and do it in a highly personalized way, you'll stand out from the crowd. And I can tell you that everyone sends email, but very few people take the time to send a written note. Doing so will ensure that you are remembered, and it will dramatically increase your chances in landing the job. While I strongly recommend written follow-up after a job interview, make sure that when you follow up, you don't send a gift. You want to keep the follow-ups professional and avoid any perception of impropriety. You don't want to send a gift to the office or any individuals. Avoid including things in the envelope. Don't drop them a gift certificate or a gift card. Don't send over a basket. These are the sorts of things that we do for clients afterwards, but when you're in the interview process, you want to stand out on your own. It's not likely that people are going to think bad of you, but it can be seen as improper, and you need to play by the rules here. So instead of sending a gift, simply thank the people sincerely with a polite note. And make sure that any follow-up that you do is viewed as professional. It may be tempting to follow up multiple times, but don't worry about this. If it has been several weeks since you've applied for the job and you haven't heard, then it is appropriate to reach out to the person who set up the job interview with you. Ask them if the person has been hired for the position or if it's still open, and check in if there's anything you need to do. But by acting professional and following up promptly early on, you should stand out as the best candidate. After the job interview, be sure to reach out to the references that you've provided. You want to alert them right away that you've already had the interview. I always suggest that you tell them that they may be contacted by the prospective employer. And if possible, give them the names of the people that you met with so they are looking out for any emails or phone calls. You may also want to ask if they know the employer. You might not have had a chance to check in with them in advance, but they might know folks within the company. And perhaps there's someone in their network that they can reach out to and drop a positive reference for you. Additionally, during the interview, you might have discovered that some of the people you met with had some shared references, and even though you didn't list those references, they may reach out. Make sure that any shared connections that you've identified know that you're applying for a job, if possible. Now, obviously, if you're currently applying for a job and you hold the job already, you're going to have to use some discretion here. But ideally, your references and any shared connections will be able to speak positively about you and are ready to be reached out to. Giving them a heads up that the job interview happened means that they expect that when someone reaches out, they are going to be ready to respond promptly. This next piece of advice is going to be difficult for many of you to follow, and it's this. After the job interview, do everything you can to stay off of social media. While you may be tempted to share about what's going on in your life, it's critically important that you don't reference this aspect of the job interview and your professional experience. Don't talk about the job interview on social media. Don't discuss the company. I guarantee you that if they're interested in you, they're going to start looking at your profiles. They're going to see what you're up to. And if they haven't screened your social media yet, they're certainly going to do so afterwards if they're interested in hiring you. And if they see that you're talking about inside information or discussing the people that you met with, they're not going to feel that you're a good team member. In the past, I've had interviews with folks that I thought would make a good hire. And then I've logged onto social media and have seen them complaining about things or employees of mine that they met with. This shows that the person isn't a good team member and that they don't understand that the world of business often really depends upon you being able to keep secrets as you're doing work for clients or projects. Discretion is a part of being a professional, and posting everything that's going on in your life isn't appropriate in the world of the workplace. So make sure afterwards that you try to limit your social media post. If you are going to post something, keep it very tame. Share the things that you normally share, but don't overshare. Make sure what you're posting is professional and would look good and you'd want your coworkers to see it. Also, make sure you don't start to leverage social media or LinkedIn to engage, friend, or network with the employees that you met. It's not appropriate for you to reach out to them and try to connect yet. If they're considering you, they don't want to feel any extra pressure or feel that you're trying to leverage the network and exploit your relationship with them to land a job. Make sure you try to minimize how much you're posting, and if you do post, keep it professional. This way, if the company is interested in you, you will dramatically increase your chances of landing the job.